Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Power football with the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Reed. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Keep it on the ground. Hard running there. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got his man out of the backfield. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Play action with Reed. Throwing right. fires it incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Quarterback may change this route. Here's Reed to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Quarterback extends the play. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. He lofts one down the sideline. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. With the draw, it's Owens. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Throwing Reed. Right on the money. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch, and this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack, still going to be tough to stop.
Back to pass, it's Reed. On the run, still looking. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Reed. Grab over the middle. It's Warren. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Goes high to pull it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the third down and goal.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Reed. Got a man. It's Bussey.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone, and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to throw, it's Reed. Here's a heat. Trying to buy time. Breaks into the open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game, and we're here late in the second quarter. You got to give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've done a nice job taking him away and limiting his damage. Let's see if they can keep it up, though, because when this guy gets hot, he's virtually unstoppable.
Snares it outside. It's Craver. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the number 14 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Flames coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
He tries to take the top off. He's got it down the field. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Aggie! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the move. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Carter. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Handoff to Joyner. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. To the air, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Coming out with it, it's Arrington. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. He wants to change this route. Here's Reed to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Grab near the sticks. It's Horton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing Reed. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Dropping back, it's Reed. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Reed to the air again. The short hand. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that was the biggest play of the game. Got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
To the air, it's Hammond. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Priority number one, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We get some big plays down the field.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Quick completion on the out. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
On the run, it's Sticky. Could be an alley. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? He's got it on the outside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Reed fires to the tight end.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Good timing on the quick out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A&M comes back out with another first down. Making side adjustments here. Again, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Reed. Now improvising. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And 3rd down for a defensive lineman, trust me, I'm one of them, is money down. Go get me that quarterback. Make the stop. Get him to 4th down. The defensive line, the defense was ready to rock and roll. Nice job.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Going for it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for a gap. It's Dickey. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.